How are we doing? Hi, everyone. Hi, Larry. You're backstage. Only the host can see you. The host may add you at any time. Oh, never mind. All right. So, still learning how to use this new software. How everybody doing today? Good to see you, Ish, and good to have Larry on here with us today. I'm beyond excited. One of my favorite. I mean, it's such a poor terminology. One of my favorite carrier reps. No, he's like one of my favorite people. Larry's a great dude. When I met him we had a retreat event last year. Just one all around great guy, absolute caring, knows the industry, and is helping excel and accelerate the quality of F&G's products and the distribution channel over there, working on making the app better. He's got a bunch of updates for which I'm excited to let him share. But Larry Mallek, you'll meet him here shortly. Absolute, just great dude, humble, happy, just a phenomenal guy. And what's exciting about that is to have good people in our world, at our company, supporting our agents and putting them all in a better position to go out there and make it happen for not only their clients, but for themselves and their families as well. So if you're joining me right now, welcome. My name is Grady Polson. You are on the America Agency weekly call, theamericaagency.com/live. You can join us on Facebook. You can join us on Instagram on The Best Business Ever. And you can also join us on YouTube. Or you can just join us right here on this website. So many different ways where you can watch it. You know, I used to have YouTube not premium and you couldn't watch things on there. And then Facebook, if the app's not open, it doesn't work. And then Instagram, you got to be in the live feed. So you're kind of stuck in the live feed. So some people like those different variations of how to watch us. And then also you can just watch us live right here. I put it on an open website or on an iPad or on something to the side so you can kind of learn stuff if you're working in your office, etc. But we're happy you're here. Invite some people on to join us. Say hi to me in the chat below or to the side where you're coming in from. Love to say hi to a few of you. I know it's been a little bit since we've done this live. We've got a bunch of great calls to close out the year. And this call is going to be fantastic, as well as we've got Larry Mallek from F&G on, because it's Larry Mallek. Trying to throw, don't throw me that until I say throw me that. And she's like, what do you want me to throw at you? I'll throw a rock at you, but I got something that'll be fun. So long story short, let's jump into some quick updates. And the America Agency, theamericaagency.com/live. If you'd like somebody to come on and join and learn about F&G and their phenomenal IUL products. We're pulling up. See, it wants a browser update. I don't know. What's it doing? Every time. Why would it not want a browser update right now? Right now, discounts, Lead Center, 20% off discount, all kinds of different social media final expense leads. Americo just came out there, Americo Select product just last week. I believe we broke every single record ever with Americo. What was it? 1,400 apps in a day, guys. That brand new Americo product, Americo Select, replacing Eagle Select, replacing Eagle Premier. Just a new product, more levels, more leniency, better price, more options, more writers to adjust, add or not add the accidental. So great product. That product pairs perfectly. If you've got a nice Brie and you've got some Bordeaux, you've got nice final expense leads, and you've got a nice Americo Select whole life. She's rolling her eyes at me. But social media, final expense leads. These are leads generated on social media of people looking for final expense burial, cremation, legacy type coverage, people that are looking for that end of life coverage that is whole life. Pair that with the Americo, the new Americo product, and with some leads. Take advantage of it. Get yourself a 20% off discount now until the 17th. Also, Veteran Life Facebook leads, a bunch of different social media IUL leads, also 20% off. So this starts tomorrow through the 17th of November. So those 3 days, grab those, 20% off. And don't just take the 20% off. If you plan on spending $1,000 on leads, don't just spend it 800. Put up, I'm going to screw up math here, but plan on spending 1,200 and then put that 20% off coupon and get yourself around that 1,000 that you planned on spending. So don't just take advantage of the discount, get more leads with the discount. That's what the top producers do. Also 20% off Turkey 24 again. Those are mortgage protection. So we got final expense, we have IUL, and mortgage protection leads, all on discount right now. 20% off using code Turkey24. I mean, these are, I couldn't think of 3 better lead types to want to, for a new agent to get started with, an advanced agent for wanting to progress their business, and a top tier agent wanting to find big target premiums. So guys, we're trying to do our best here to support you, put you in the best position to continue to win, and not only take care of all these families that are looking for coverage, but also take care of your own heading this holiday season. October 2024, end of month, our agency, the America Agency, protected 10,495 total families. How many days are in October? 31. Yes, 31. Last day is Halloween. We protected in 31 days. We protected 10,495 families. Absolutely incredible. Incredible leadership, incredible agents, incredible opportunity, incredible everything, guys. So just tremendous job to all the agents out there going out there and making it happen. If you're new to us, you're in the right place, right? We put up huge numbers, but it's because we've got a phenomenal opportunity and we truly go out there and protect families. Great job, everybody. Our top agents, Jacob C., 41 families in October. Bryson M., 41 families. Christian S., 41. Montserrat, 41. Guillermo, 42. Julian G., 44. Elijah B., 45. Ashley M., 46. Simon J., 50. Shelby S., 51. Michael I., 53. Almara M., 53. Francesca, 53. Pilar A., 54. Rich Demecki, 74. Drake Jeremoni, 78. Digna De Leon Morris, 83. Minera Mary R, 96. Randall Baum, 99. And Yoselin G. Holy smokes, 131 families protected in the month of October alone. Incredible numbers, incredible production. Great job to you all. And these are the agents that see the inside of a lead discount and go, I can get more leads at a better price, and go and invest and put themselves in a position to go out there and win. Keep going. I got a couple other things I want to share, but we'll keep rolling. Convention coming up. Hey Siri, how many days until January 30th? You're supposed to read it. 77 days until January 30th. So convention, our annual convention in Dallas, Texas, Las Colinas, outside of Dallas, Texas, but it's Dallas. It's just like saying it's fancy Dallas. It's where our annual convention was. We had the same place last year, blew out the doors, tremendous event, featuring some of the speakers from Eric Thomas to Deion Sanders, Tim Grover. He was Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan's coach. I mean, holy smokes. So quite a guy we can learn from. And he will be at our annual convention speaking, training, helping enhance your mindset, helping you, learn the mindset. He doesn't sell life insurance. You know what he does? He sells you on becoming the best version of yourself. So we're going to have him there at our annual convention. So get your tickets, fflconvention.com. Thank you, Miss China. And our retreat. Right now, we're in the midst of a qualification period for our annual retreat. We did 2 cruises in a row, and they were huge success, blew out the doors. Everybody, maxed out qualifications for the cruise. Corporate said, instead of cruising, let's try some Cancun. And they're having a retreat in Cancun. Qualification period started August 1st. So any production you've had on the books from October 1st until May 1st, any production you have in that period of time, if it issues over 250 families, 250,000 issue paid in life and IUL, so it's combination. When you hit 250, you're in. 4 days, 3 nights, beautiful Cancun, Mexico. And there's multiple tiers as you go up. 250, 350, 450, 700. The higher your production, the bigger room you get, better view you get. I heard the top room's got a jacuzzi and a butler, so that would be pretty cool. But the goal is to put something together to incentivize agents to, on top of that, we've got all our carrier trips. We've got our producer bonuses. Each of our carriers have their own production bonuses, like Americo's You First or Mutual Omaha has their bonuses. A lot of different companies have their different bonus programs. But on top of all of that, FFL Corporate has an additional bonus retreat on top of all of that. So get leads, protect families, take care of your own, earn money, earn trips, earn rewards, earn retreats, earn red jackets, and go out there and live a great life. So congratulations to Drake. Drake's the first on our team, as I've been made aware, that is qualified for the Cancun retreat already. I saw him just a little bit ago. He's got hair now, so we got to get an updated picture of him, looking better than everybody. I think he knocked out already 10 families before lunch today. I mean, he's on a mission. So if you haven't seen any of his training videos, check our YouTube channel. You'll find a few different videos of him digging in and explaining his philosophy to this business. So, but great job to you, Drake. And everybody else that's going to qualify now here and into the near future heading into May 1st. FFL, one of the only companies that has a multi-million dollar annual producer bonus. So on top of your production, on top of the carrier bonuses, on top of the cruises and the retreats, we have a producer bonus that starts out, I believe, at $650 a month if you protect 20,000 or 20 families protected in a month, up to $20,000 bonus if you protect, I believe it's 150 or 200,000 issue paid in a single month. And, you know, we saw our girl, who was it on the, Jocelyn, who protected 131 families in just the month of October alone. So you can only imagine what her producer is going to be, somewhere in the neighborhood of $10,000, I'd imagine. An additional bonus money, just cash check from corporate, from Sean, saying thank you for protecting families. Here's just an additional, you know, compensation from us to say thank you for your hard work, for going out there, for investing in yourself. And many agents, what they do is they work hard on their producer bonuses and take that money and make that their lead money. Right? $10,000 for Jocelyn would make a considerable amount of leads to come into her business and to put her in a position where she can go out there and protect more families each and every month. So look at this business as a vehicle that continues to not only fuel what you have, but fuel what you're trying to build here and now in the future. So congratulations to 250 agents that earned a producer bonus in September. We'll get the October numbers soon, and then we'll put that one up next month. But great job, everybody. Producer bonus, we just covered this, but yeah, all the way up to $20,000. If you issue $200,000 in a month on your own personal pen, boom, $20,000 bonus. So starts at $650, goes all the way up to $20,000. Many tiers along the way. You can check fflamerica.com/join. That website has this producer bonus breakdown. So. Francesca Hasapes also is qualified for Hall of Fame. 447 families protected year to date, 2024. Congratulations, brand new producer. First year, rookie, huge month, protecting IULs, selling IULs, selling simplified IULs, selling F&G IULs, selling other IULs, and we're just excited to see her continue to run up the leaderboard. I think 600, 700, 800 is her goal to close out the year. And I'll leave you with this before we bring on Larry. We are headed into a period of time that can do two things for you and for your business. And, you know, I'm going to give my last commercial for the call. I'm bringing Larry on here in less than a minute. So if you want to learn about F&G, you want to learn about IULs, you want to meet one of the greatest assets you could have in your back pocket as a carrier partner, Larry Mallek, theamericaagency.com/live. Invite your team on to come join. I'm done with all of my stuff. But here's the last message for you, the producer, the agency manager, or the person getting started. Two things can happen in the next 46 days as we close out this year. One, you've got, you know, Christmas pageants. I've got dance recitals. I got soccer games. We've got holiday parties. We've got, you know, stuff at the school. I got a golf cart parade I head up. You know, it's important stuff, right? We've got all these things that life can throw at us that are going to pull and tear and tug and on our schedule and our responsibilities. And we've got that thing with our friends tonight. Let's take the day off and let's go. You know, all that stuff matters, right? You know what I did for a large part of my life? I didn't give the best presents. I give better presents now, but I bought the majority of my presents on like December 23rd. And I'm not proud of it, but I was busy trying to make money, trying to live life as a young man and progressing because I was working, right? And so you have now at day 46 days. Regardless of your religious affiliation, we're going to the holiday season, from Thanksgiving to all the way to the holidays. And two things can happen. You can get crippled by it and fall in love with the holidays and just kind of sit in there in your average and mid-level production and be comfortable and okay with it. Because I I tried hard this year. I didn't hit the goals I had, but I'm okay with that because, it's the holidays and I'm a family man and a family woman and I deserve these things. And great, live with that. That's your choice. And there's another direction you can go, and understanding that these next 40 something days are the absolute best time to sell life insurance. There, in my own personal production, there were no greater months than December's. December's were my absolute best months. People are home. People are thinking about their family. People are stressed out about finances because maybe they don't have the money they want to give the holiday they want. And death is higher. If you go Google it, one of the highest months for mortality is December. And all of these things benefit the life insurance broker. Why? Because we provide the one thing when the worst day in that family's life happens, they lose a loved one, the only one that shows up with something positive. And for you to understand that, you have the opportunity now to go capitalize on that by protecting as many people as possible, by pushing yourself in this closing out fourth quarter and putting yourself in a position where you can truly make a difference in these families' lives. There's producers that will absolutely explode in December. And there are a group of producers, majority of producers won't do much. I advise you, like I advise everyone in life, don't be the group that just doesn't do much and just settles on in with the rest of society. The rest of society is Bud Light, Diet Coke, and McDonald's. That's not us. That's not you. And that's not the life you have designed for yourself. Go make it happen. Go figure out how to take advantage of the coupon codes. Take advantage of these new carriers putting out bonuses in the end of the year. Take advantage of the new products that are coming out. Take advantage of the knowledge that Larry's about to deliver for you, and put yourself in a position where you truly can capitalize and crush it this last month of the year. December, it can be your best month if you go out there and make it happen. Then on December 23rd, go shopping for Christmas holiday presents or whatever religious affiliation you have, or no religious affiliation. You don't have to have any. But I'm telling you, December, absolutely, you have the choice to go crush it because the clients are waiting for you to call. With that, pass it over to China, who'll bring on Larry. Hope that made sense. If that fires you up, drop a 1 in the chat below that you're going to go crush it, or drop a 12 in the chat below that you're going to go crush it in December. I would love to see and hear from those of you that are going to go out there and make it happen this final month. As we bring on Larry. There we go. Sheila, there we go. There we go. Is that Elise? Help me, China. It's okay. Let's go, Bob. Angela, I like it. What's Larry doing? We're getting Larry on here in a second. I promise he's worth it. See, we tried new stuff. And the problem is when you try new things, you've got to, it should be web-based. There he is. Look at that handsome man.
I'm on my cell phone right now. So,
hey. I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't have slides to present on my cell phone, but we can still certainly go through everything this way. And Amy's in the studio. She's having the same issues I'm having. And I don't know if it's maybe we don't have an account with this thing, with StreamYard.
It's big. It's a pretty big service. We've had, I don't want to say that Marico and didn't have any issues and Trans didn't have any issues and these other guys didn't have any issues. But what we could hypothesize, Larry, here is the security at F&G is top notch.
It could be. It could be.
It's web-based. Maybe are you on private? Are you on
I'm on my home Wi-Fi, so and it's
that wouldn't be an issue. It'd be what browser are you using? Is it
Chrome?
Chrome should work just fine.
Yeah, I know everything is like it shows me backstage and everything, and it's just spinning just little spinning things where I'm supposed to
bring it back in
I don't know. It's weird.
We already tried it,
but it keeps saying I'm having trouble connecting. It says unstable internet, but I have very fast internet in my house, so it's kind of weird.
We got Amy.
There's Amy. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go back out and go back in on this side. So give me a second here.
Thank you, Amy. Hi, Amy.
Hi, I'm connected on my phone, so
You did too. Okay, yeah.
I don't know why the computer doesn't like it.
Perfect. If you want to email China the PowerPoint right now, she can present on her side.
Okay, that works.
Guys, I appreciate your patience. This is new tech bugs that I have put us through because Zoom, as I told this before, Larry, we used Zoom forever.
Yeah.
And the problem was I paid for the mega sapphire crystal diamond platinum Zoom
Right.
version, and they would give me like a 380p quality product. And so when you're trying to turn this into YouTube videos so that you can share this, to other people judge you based on your, why is that guy so pixelated? It's 2024.
Right.
So
Right.
this is a software that a lot of people use to stream and record with, that then immediately also pushes it out to other places. So, so we got rid of Zoom, and we've had, pretty good success with it, but we are still learning. So
Perfect.
But we're patient. The people want to know, Larry.
Plug into the internet works better than Wi-Fi. It keeps saying that to me. That's wild. Okay. Yep. It's going to be funny. I just know it.
Well, then let's just send China the PowerPoint. She can pull it up, and you don't even have to. China will drive. I can just hang out.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. New email, China.
Oh, their camera's not connected. New privacy laws.
Oh, wow. Okay, here it comes.
Anybody have any business or building or lead questions or anything about any questions while we are getting everything set up with Larry here? Feel free. We're here for a minute or two. But I do appreciate all of your patience.
Yeah, 1 second. I might be able to. No, yeah, that's the first time I've had any issue with Wi-Fi not working. It's so weird. Okay, I sent it to her.
Awesome.
But we can get started while she pulls that up. Let me see about making this bigger on here.
There we go.
Perfect. Okay. There we go. There we go. I feel like I'm looking down on you all now because.
No, you're looking great, bro. You're looking great. There we go. We're rocking and rolling. Perfect. Nailed it. All right, let me give you a good intro. China's pulling up the PowerPoint, and we'll get this thing rolling. So, all right, everybody, Grady Polson here, the America Agency. Beyond excited for our call today with Mr. Larry Mallek, and I said earlier, one of the carrier reps, but that's such like a backhanded non-compliment. Like, Larry is one of the funnest, most caring, charismatic, enjoyable people to work with in the insurance industry. Very knowledgeable, been around the industry for some time now. Sold, recruited, done all these things, and now he supports one of the top IUL companies in the industry, F&G, and they've got phenomenal IUL, great pay, great, all illustrations, all the things you could want from a IUL carrier, great swag, great carrier partner, and just a great guy. But on top of that, their company is an incredible company, one of the top tier names you would recognize, your clients would recognize, they've heard of, and that's really what we're going for. Is as always when we're in a sales interaction as an agent, right? We're trying to build credibility and reduce sales pressure. And when you're representing top brands, and not that Bob's Insurance Co. from Northern Omaha isn't a great insurance company, but F&G is just better. So that's one of the things that we strive to is at FFL is to put you in a position with top tier carriers to make sure one, your clients have a great quality products, but that they are comfortable with you off the bat as their broker. So without further ado, Mr. Larry Mallek, how you doing today, buddy?
I am doing great. Better now, but
Excellent. Hey,
we make it work. We just make it work, right?
We're making it work, man. So
absolutely.
So for those of you that don't, for those that don't know you, that don't know of you, and are new to our company and are excited to get to know more about you and F&G,
Sure.
China will have a PowerPoint up shortly. I think she's waiting. Doesn't have it. She's waiting for it to come through the old interwebs. But
okay.
We'll get. Let's share with us what we got going on. Or is Amy going to share it? I'm sorry. Did you get on your computer, Amy?
No, I just brought up the camera so that I could see you guys and you guys.
Okay, got it.
Hey. Oh, now she's muted.
Answer.
Now you're on mute, Amy.
I quit.
I quit. Don't quit on me. You're my.
Not yet. Not yet. We need.
All
right. Bob says, forget the PowerPoint. Let's go. All right. Let's go. Give from memory, Larry. Let's hear it.
Sure. So just a little bit about myself. Like Grady was saying, I've been in the industry for a little while. I started out with AIG. If you all know that company, now they're called Corbridge. But what I did when I first started with them was selling over the phone. So for all you people that are doing virtual sales and over the phone sales, I got your back. I know what it's like. I did it for 2.5 years, got to be extremely good at it. And then I got promoted to an internal position on the wholesaling side. So it was probably a savior for me because another couple of years of that, and I probably would have, burnt out really bad with the industry. When you're making 150 calls a day, you're writing 5 to 10 policies every single day. It gets really taxing on you. So I feel for you guys, and I really appreciate the kind of work that you guys do in the field and over the phones. And so I understand what it's like on your side. I love the IUL side. The reason I came to F&G is because I was with, when I was as an external with AIG Corbridge, I was working on the final expense team. And although final expense, I think, is a great product, it's a necessary product. I just had so much more passion for the IUL because I feel like it's the product of the future. And the more that you study it, the more that you learn about it, the more that you understand it inside and out. It is just, to me, it's bulletproof. Like there is nothing that someone can tell me about an IUL. They'll say certain things, and it's kind of like debunking the myth on everything. There's always so many people that try to debunk IULs and say why there's certain things that are wrong with them, and their argument just doesn't hold water. So if you have any of those, just let me know, and we can certainly go through them step by step, and I can show you why they're wrong and why IULs are the #1 selling product in the industry right now. So again, if you have any questions after all this, Grady has my cell number, my email, everything. I share it openly with everyone because as many of you have questions, a lot of you won't reach out and ask them. So the ones that do are usually the ones that are producing anyway. So we like to work with the producers, right? So why F&G? What makes us special and what makes us different? And I guess the one thing that I can say is, like, why do you go to Starbucks for coffee, right? Because every single time you're going to get a consistently really good product, and there's it's available everywhere just about. But you have your favorites things, and you love to have the same thing, and you know what you're getting. And there's a reason that Starbucks has obviously exploded over the last 20, 30 years, and it's because they put out a better product than everybody else, and they also have great employees that sell that product. They train their employees better than anyone, and I feel like we have such a really kind of a similar situation at F&G. We only do IUL and annuity, right? Wow. We don't touch term, we don't touch final expense. We only do IUL and annuity. And when people ask us, so how come your IULs outperform everyone all the time? And I'm like, that's why. It's because we're a specialty company. We specialize just in IULs and annuities. We don't have a tremendous amount of overhead when it comes to other things, like term and final expense and just all the processing that's involved in all those other types of policies, right? So I just say we do two things. We do them extremely well. Now, in the recent history, we just added 2 new indexes to our system. And this is another thing that Grady's talking. I keep calling you Brady. Grady's talking about name recognition and building that rapport with your clients. Well, we added a couple of names that you're definitely going to recognize. One of them is Morgan Stanley. Is one of our indexes that you can invest in, and then the other one is BlackRock. So if you haven't heard of BlackRock or Morgan Stanley, you've been living under a black rock for a long time, because they're the two largest money managers in the world. And we're incredibly excited about these 2 new indexes we have, because it just puts forth an even better product for your clients. And we actually beat our own illustration by about 25% over our old things. Okay. Oh, hey, there's a PowerPoint. Look at that. She got it. You can go to the next slide if you want. There you go. It's kind of a cool model to experience the power of collaborative thinking. So the one cool thing about F&G is that it's more of I would say it's a newer company, kind of established in 1959. So there's not a lot of, way back history. Can't say we've been around for 200 years, but so a lot of companies like Facebook and Tesla and SpaceX, all those companies haven't been around that long either, but they're the largest companies on the planet. Amazon is a perfect example. Nobody goes to Sears anymore, right? They all go to Amazon, right? So we're the newest, but we're probably the youngest in the industry, but we're also the most innovative. And we have hired what I consider is the smartest people in the industry to come work for us. So we all collaborate, we all get together and have some great ideas together. So why F&G? Again, we're the number 1 performing IUL in the marketplace. So the pass setter, although it's not a new product, the indexes are brand new that we have. The pass setter, for anyone that's looking for cash accumulation, no one can outperform the pass setter. If it's constructed the right way and you use the right indexes, there's absolutely no other IUL in the industry that's going to show a better cash value accumulation than the pass setter does. So we were number 1 in a lot of cells before, like a lot of age brackets and face amounts before these 2 new indexes. Now we're number 1 in every single one. Okay, so not to pat ourselves on the back, but there's going to be a lot of other carriers that are going to be scrambling to try to find a way to even come close to matching with us. And so that's why F&G. And then why IULs? Well, if you're new to the industry and you start with an IUL, I'm so jealous because of all the crap that we've gone through on the sales thing, selling term and selling final expense and all that stuff. And having a great sales month, only for the next month, about 50% of it goes off the books again. And you have to basically keep building and building and building, as opposed to selling an IUL to someone, and about 9 out of 10 cases will stay on the books. So our persistency with Family First and basically across the industry is close to 90%. Wow. So everything you sell stays on the books, and it's just an incredible product that you can have. I don't think there's any other product out there that has that type of persistency. So that's why you sell that. And then partnering with us, why partner with F&G? Well, you get me, you get my full attention. I only have 1 account, and that's Family First Life. Okay. There's very few other carrier reps you can ask, hey, how many accounts do you have? And they only say, I only have a Family First, right? They all have other accounts that they manage and they split their time with. I'm not splitting time with anyone. You guys have my full and undivided attention. So I live and die with your sales. Just so you know, I have a daughter that just started college. It's a really expensive college. So I need you guys to make sales in order for my daughter to continue on her educational journey. So, not to put any pressure on you, but
none taken.
Yeah. Baby needs tuition. So I'm really excited. That just happened like about 3 or 4 months ago, where I got rid of all my other accounts. I had 3 or 4 other ones, and now I can just focus completely on Family First Life. So I'm really excited. We're gonna, obviously try to get out to, Phoenix area and wherever you guys are a little more frequently next year, because I don't have anything else, tying me down. But definitely will be at the annual convention. And if you don't go to the annual convention, just pack it in, because that is like one of the coolest things that you can do, is just to go and be around the people that are all, have been in your spot before. If you're brand new, There's going to be people that even 6-7 months ago were brand new to the industry, and because they plugged into the system like Grady has, it's just an incredible system to plug into, and you can see people going from basically changing their entire life because they plugged into a system, they believed in what Family First Life had to offer, and they followed the plan. They don't reinvent the wheel. They just ride along with it. And you'll hear from so many of those people at annual convention that are going to just, share their stories with you. And then you go up and meet them. And the greatest thing about this organization is that you're not competing against those people. Those people are happy to help you, right? It's just such a crazy thing to think that, they don't care that if they give you all their secrets, right? Because they don't really have any secrets. They're basically doing what their upline taught them to do, and so on and so on. And it's really just the people that have that constant activity that do well. So why do you partner with us? Well, we're, again, extremely committed. We have a dedicated external. Amy is my internal. She does have one other account, but we're more important. But Amy is incredible because she's available in front of her computer to help with illustrations, to help with training. And she can do webinars for individuals or like smaller groups of people. And then also we also have 16 people dedicated answering the phones for any questions on illustrations, on product, on applications, how to do everything. So our inside sales team is incredible. They're absolutely amazing. We also have what I think is very important, a really good risk assessment team. So if you have questions about underwriting, if you're not sure about medication on one case or another, you can either send an email or you can call into the sales desk, and they'll get you over to risk assessment, and they can give you an answer on your condition of your client. Because if it's something where we're for sure they're never going to get approved with us, then we're not wasting time. But it's also if we think, hey, yeah, this has a really good shot, then that you can apply with us, and chances are you're going to get an approval. So risk assessment's a great thing to have. So this is our sales team. This is Ben Holmes, is my boss. He is actually with Sean Mike right now down in Cabo. They had this big, huge convention. Now, I wouldn't say big, huge. Just we invited all the leaders from all the top IMOs in the country, and Sean was there with Ben and Ben's boss and Ben's boss's boss and Ben's boss's boss's boss. So we basically had the president of FG Life was there of F&G. So that's how important it is for us to get collaboration from the top down. So they sat and talked to Sean for hours this last weekend and the last couple of days, and he's just super committed to F&G and partnering with us just on the IUL side, and we're really excited about it. And then you have me, and then there's Amy. So that is our sales team. You can go to the next slide. This is what we have started for you guys. So this is very exciting to me, not just because I love to travel, but I love to incentivize people that really work and do a great job. We're doing a top producer meeting. A meeting. It's a trip to Scotland, for God's sakes. It's not a meeting. It's a meeting. Yeah, we're gonna have a probably 2-hour meeting one day just so we can say it's a meeting. But we're taking the top 10 agents and a guest to Edinburgh, Scotland. We're gonna do some really cool events, and we're gonna do just bond with each other and create great and deep relationships. Now this one ends December 31st, so this one has been going since April. We are doing another one that will start January 1st and go until December. So there's going to be another kind of overlapping trip. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to announce it, but it's I don't care. Don't tell on me. Is this being recorded? Yeah, probably.
Oh, maybe.
No. Tentatively, I'm going to say tentatively, because that's the politically way to say it. We might be going to Portugal. So that's going to be a really cool trip.
Oh, wow.
And we'll have a bigger budget for that because FFL has been increasing their sales with us. And so we're looking to take the top 20 people to Portugal. It might be 15, but I'm trying to push to get the top 20.
Top managers? Top managers promoting?
We don't know. I think we're going to include some management into that trip. But as of right now, this one that we currently have is just the production. But yeah, I think that trip should include the top managers as well. So
Great idea.
that's a great point. So it might be, let's say, 15 of the top producing agents and 5 of the top managers, which
Great idea.
makes a lot of sense, right?
I agree.
But this is not like your other carrier incentive trips, right? Because it's just for Family First Life.
Awesome.
There's no other IMOs going on this trip, just you guys. And so that just kind of shows you how dedicated we are to Family First Life and making this relationship a really strong bond, because we know the potential that's there, and just, the quality of the agents and the quality of the organization. So that's what's really cool about this trip. I keep trying to click through to the next slide, but so this is an important slide, and this is basically all we have to talk about, really. Some of this is ancient because the Barclays is still on there, and it's not that the Barclays is bad, it's just the new ones are better. But so very strong performance, with high caps, reliable cap history. We have not had a cap move more than 50 basis points from its initial cap in our history. So I don't think any other carrier, no other insurance company can say that. So when we set a cap, we set it with the mindset that we're not changing that thing, right? And even with interest rates going crazy the last few years, our caps have not changed more than 0.5%. So that's an incredible history. The second one down to me is very, very important. And if you're new, you're not going to really understand this yet. But if you've sold IULs and you're always talking about how much money someone can get out tax-free at retirement, right? Well, we have on our variable loan, which is the participating loan, we have a maximum of a 5% on the pass setter loan rate. So that means that, and that's what we illustrate. We illustrate the maximum loan rate. That means that when they are ready to take out money during retirement, or when they have enough cash value to do so, their loan rate will never be above 5%. If you look at some other policies that are out there from other carriers, the max loan rate can go up to as much as 9 and 10%, because it's not guaranteed above 5% or lower. So having that guarantee of no more than 5% really takes out one of the major guesswork out of what's going to happen with your money in the future. Okay, since I think what the IUL does so well is it eliminates so much uncertainty in their future, right? With living benefits, it eliminates the uncertainty of getting sick. With this loan rate, it eliminates the idea that you might have to pay 10% on the money that you borrow, as opposed to only 5%. So the IUL is fantastic at eliminating all these uncertainties in life in the future. Obviously, the biggest one is the cash value growth, and being able to take loans out tax-free. It eliminates, we don't know what tax rates are going to be 20, 30 years from now, because they could be the same, they could be lower. But if you ask anybody what they think, do you think they're going to be lower or higher? I've never had one person say, oh yeah, they're going to be so much lower 20 years from now. Everyone knows that they're going to go higher. So we're going to have higher taxes most likely 20 or 30 years from now when we start taking money out of it. Those are the great things about why you sell IULs and everything. And then the last bullet point on here is exam-free underwriting. And I believe the next slide down, we'll talk more about that. Well, maybe a couple slides down. This is the pass setter. Okay, so we're going to talk about the pass setter. And then you can keep clicking through until we get to, I have this in totally the backwards way. That's okay. We'll talk about exam-free underwriting in a bit, but because that's really important. So we'll go and we'll do, this slide is fine. This is just the boring sheet of issue ages 0 to 80. And when I say 0, I really mean 0. You can be 15 days old and get a pass setter. I think it's one of the greatest things you could do for a juvenile out there right now, starting a pass setter for them early, because it can solve so many problems for a child. And I'm really mad that it wasn't around when my parents were, when I was young. I have one for my daughter, I have one for my granddaughter, and myself, but they're going to be in such a different position financially when they're my age than I am, than anyone. And that's also their age, because we started this simple little plan, putting $200 a month in. My daughter will have $2.5 million of cash value by the time she's 50. My granddaughter will have like 3.5 million by the time she's 50, just because we started it when she's.
Now, the argument is, though, do we give it to them or do we use it for ourselves?
Yeah, that's a funny argument too, because if you really look at, when it has that really significant cash value, you're gonna probably be dead. So
I got to put in a trust, dude.
when my daughter is 50, I'm gone. I'm sorry, I don't think I'm gonna make it. So
My vitamins, get my echinacea going, man. I gotta make sure I'm ginkgo and
yeah.
But I hear just like you're saying, this is such a massive capital influx and legacy that you can create for your family. I mean, it doesn't have to be, hey, she turns 50, she gets a lump sum check because not your kid or mine, but there's some degenerate kids out there that might just hang on and just, do nothing until then. But you can set markers of things they have to accomplish, or regardless, they can use that money towards funding a first home, or capital towards a business, there's all kinds of options. But you're leveraging their low mortality cost against the benefits and value of compound interest, and that's really where the IUL shines. I mean, it's 50 years of compound interest into one of the greatest tax savings and tax accumulation vehicles that have ever been created. So, it's phenomenal gift. So
it is. It's absolutely unbelievable.
I have one on all 4 of my children. So that sounds like, but they're 50. I'll be 68. I mean, that sounds like $10 million to dad. I don't really know if I'm going to be able to get.
Were you 18 years old? My gosh, you started young, huh? Yeah.
Oh, no, you're right. Golly, I keep thinking I feel it's like Forever 21. I feel young, but I'm 30 now, Larry.
I'm sorry. Someone's got to put you in your place. I mean,
that's right. No, I forgot. No, she didn't. Yeah, I'm 36. I'll be 80. I'll be 90. I'll be done. I won't even care. I'll be like, listen, this money goes to making sure someone can wipe my butt. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna be a billionaire by then. It's gonna have to pay for your estate taxes.
You need to figure it out. Take some of that IUL money and take care of dad. Moving on. Mom too.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, so that's incredible. That's why I say I don't care about anything else on this page. Minimum death benefit is $50,000. Again, it's got all that other stuff. We can go to the next slide. This one bores me. So these are the rock stars in the industry right now. These 3 new indexes is really 2 indexes, but there's an option on the Morgan Stanley. The first one is where I would put my, me personally, where I've put my money. It's because it's 110% par rate, and the look back. If you know what a look back is on it, a 20-year look back is average is 11.37%.
Wow,
and unbelievable performance. What they do that's just really unique is that they actually rebalance this Morgan Stanley index 7 times a day. Every hour that the market is open, they will actually rebalance between cash and between the S&P and the NASDAQ. So they move that money around if they need to, depending on the trends of the market during the day of the market. Every other index, even the BlackRock, only does it once a day. So it's just incredible what they're doing and the amount of effort that they're putting into this. And it really shows in the results. Now, the one that we illustrate is the second one down. It's 90% participation rate, but a 1% bonus, because bonuses always illustrate a little better than just par rates, because we're only allowed to show a certain, illustrative rate, which has to be the S&P rate that we have. So even though it says the illustrated rate 7.46, it's really going to illustrate it like 6.5 or somewhere around that with what our S&P illustrates, just because of the AG 49 regulations and all that fun stuff out there. Which to me, I mean, I'm not upset about that, because in sales, the number one thing is to underpromise and overdeliver. And so when you're reviewing, with your clients after a year or 2 of their policies being in force, you're going to see that, wow, these things outperform the illustrations significantly. And that's what's happening, in the last few years that we've, had the pass setter. The illustrations are really underwhelming compared to the actual performance of the product. So I'm not really upset about that. And then we have those 2, either one of those 2 are fantastic options. I just told you where I put mine, but You can leave it in the 90% par with the 1% bonus, and because what that creates is a floor of 1.25%, which means that no matter if the index ever performs that year at all, they're still going to get 1.25% in index crediting on that. The BlackRock, I think I have. Oh no, never mind. The BlackRock has a 160% participation rate with the 1% bonus. The reason being is that its target is about 6%, right? So its volatility target is 6%. That's all they're trying to do. The one thing I forgot to say about the Morgan Stanley, their volatility target is 12%, which is unheard of in indexes. So that's why the BlackRock is 160% to kind of make up for that that lower volatility target on there. And we can go to the next slide now, China.
One thing to comment though, always, Larry, is guys, these are just illustrations, right? An illustration means essentially a hypothesis, right? It's an educated guess. And the concept is though, the look back is far more valuable than the illustration, right? Betty, Bob, you look at how this has performed for the past 20 years. Is it indicative of what it's going to do the next 20 years? We can't see the future. If we could, I'd head right down to the 7-Eleven and start buying some scratchers. But I can also make an educated guess that it should be on par. Now, well, what if the economy does this in the market and then Trump and Kamala? And okay, listen, got it. I got it. We've all got our opinions. But in the end, unless we're banking on the U.S. economy completely imploding, then the market's going to continue to progress. And the next 5 years look a lot like the last 5 years. The next 10 years look a little lot like the last 10 years. And there'll be ups and downs, sure. But over the past 20 years, there was all kinds of crazy stuff that happened. And it still performed over 11%. So guys, these are the words you want to use with your clients. This isn't unlawful, persuasive speak. It is fact. You're just helping your client see fact. But the government says, listen, you can't illustrate 11% because we can't guarantee that, because Bob and Betty may pull their money out after year 6 and we had 3 down years. And we illustrated a safe number, which is a reasonable way to be. And whether it's 6, whether it's 7, bonus, non-bonus, but just understand we're showing clients what is possible. And at the same standpoint, just as Larry made a very great point, is that we like to under-promise and over-deliver. And that's what F&G is striving to do here. So understand that when you're talking about IULs, is that it's an incredible product that should perform better than the illustration, but we can't say that, but we can say, just look at what it's done, and this is what you're in. So I don't, so put your money in, don't think about it. If you're saving in the bank or saving in a mattress, you're not going to touch it anyway. You're not trying to touch it for 10, 15, 20 years. So don't worry about it. Like, worry about it, but don't worry about it. They got billions and trillions of dollars. They're not going anywhere.
It's a great point. I mean, and you're the first person that said that it really has kind of struck at me. Like, when you look at the last 20 years, we've had 2 absolutely insane events in the market. We had 2008, the entire crash of the USA real estate economy. And then we had COVID, 2.5, 3 years of like complete shutdown. So I don't know in the next 20 years if we're going to get anywhere near any of those 2 crazy things happening.
It'll be bird flu again. Bird flu will come back around. Everyone will be there. Don't go outside. There's birds. No one's going getting gas because the birds, and no one's buying houses because that neighborhood has a lot of birds. It's going to be something. There'll be something bananas.
I'm hoping it's mad cow disease again, because that was so much fun. Mad cow was great.
Yeah, cow, bird flu, or something, man. It's gonna be worm flu. Oh my God! If you've got grass, you better tear up your grass right now. The worm flu is coming. There'll be something all over the freaking news. And
just move to Arizona. They don't have grass there, right?
We got rocks. They don't rock flu. They ain't worried about rock flu in Arizona. We're fine out here.
All right, we can go to the next slide. This is just our other indexes that we're probably not going to use too much. We can skip over these 2. Basically, we just talked about that already. I want to get to the living benefits, and then we'll go from there. So obviously, living benefits are a very important part of any product that's out there. I absolutely love the way that we structure ours. Number one, everybody gets them, even juveniles. So there's a lot of companies that will exclude juveniles from living benefits until they're 18, but we provide them for everybody. There's no elimination period, so they start day 1. And the way that they're structured, the only one that's really kind of different is the chronic illness benefit, where it says up to 25% of the death benefit, which it could be worded better, because you're basically saying we don't want you to go through this entire amount in 4 years or in less than 4 years. We want to kind of spread it out as a claim over 4 years because a chronic illness is mostly permanent. And most of the time, that 25% of the death benefit is going to be probably over the maximum allowable, benefit anyway, as far as the IRS guidelines are on those. So, but as far as qualifications, we're the same as everybody else. What qualifies for a critical illness, a terminal illness, chronic illness is identical to everything else.
Awesome.
Okay, we can go to the next slide. Actually, that one is just giving yes, this is it. This is the one. Okay, how many people love going through an exam? How many people want someone to come to their house and poke them with a needle and get blood and then go have to do a really awkward urine specimen?
Every time a stranger comes over and asks me to pee in a cup, I go, what did I do wrong in life? Like, yes, that's not a normal thing to have to do that. But what do you got here, Larry?
So if you're writing a policy that's less than $1 million face, which I'd say the vast majority of IULs, unless they're massively overfunding this thing or massively funding it, are going to be under $1 million face amount, and ages 0 through 60. Again, the prime ages for people, we'll probably get, I would say probably 95% of the policies that come through our door at F&G are in this bracket right here. And so this is going to be the vast majority of the cases that you see. They will never go through an exam. The one caveat, there's two caveats. One of them is HIV. So if there's a history of HIV, regardless of age or face amount, they're gonna probably pull an APS and have an exam just to get current levels, actually current things. HIV is the one caveat, and then also if you're writing a non-US citizen, those levels change slightly. It goes down to 300,000 only, and then in Puerto Rico, it's if it's 0 to 45 and they're applying for less than 150, that's also exam free. So those two things, HIV for everybody else that's U.S. citizens, non-U.S. citizens would be 300,000 face, same age bracket. In Puerto Rico, it's 0 to 45 and less than 150,000. And the reason being for that is just that we don't have enough information on non-U.S. citizens and Puerto Rico's system as far as medical records and such. But when you're talking about, again, the vast majority of your clients, they're never going to get pivoted to an exam. It's not that if you're unhealthy, we're going to say, oh, you don't qualify for this, you're going to go get an exam. That's not what we do at F&G. At F&G, we say you're not getting one. The most that we'll do is if something's not matching from the application to the actual MIB pull or all the information that we pull, the worst thing we're going to do is a telephone interview just to verify that information. And then if it's a more complex medical case, we may ask for an APS to make sure, to see what the cardiologist said about you or what the cancer doctor said, and just verify those things through a more, detailed, exploration of your of the client's medical past. But again, even if you had like stage 3 cancer 10 years ago, you're not getting an exam. It's not going to pivot to an exam. It would be an APS, but you're not having an exam, So that's one thing that is really cool that you don't ever have to worry about. Now, sometimes it takes.
Has this been freshened, Larry? Is this continually being involved? Because I had a lot of agents that have loved F&G, and then also some agents that have had, some stuff get stuck. And, that's always the concern is, I got the lead, I got the appointment, I finally got them on the phone, I got the presentation, I got through the app, and I got the sale, I got their banking info, I got their social, I got them jazzed on IULs, and then the carrier gets in the way, right? When it shouldn't be that way. The carrier should be like, like Jesus, open arms, bring me your huddled masses, and let's go eat fish, right? Like that carrier should just be here, making it happen. So where are you guys at with your underwriting evolution?
Yeah, so if you see on here from 0 to 17, it's called Insta-Approval. So it's been exactly what it means. It's instantly approved, and we actually increased that 200,000 up to 500,000 for juveniles. So I haven't seen a juvenile case over 500,000 in about 5 years, and I think that one was an actual mistake that that they wrote it wrong. But so the vast majority of your juvenile cases will get instantly approved. I think we're up to around 45% on that. It's an evolving thing, like you said, Grady. It definitely evolves, and the more information, the more we find a way to get that information, the faster we can do things. We are not really pushing it yet, but we actually opened up instant approval for 18 to 60-year-olds. Now, you may get one of these, you may not get one yet. It's going to be an incredibly clean case, very very healthy individual, most likely. And the most important thing is making sure that the information on the application matches everything that we have, that we see, medical claims, lab history, all sorts of things like that. So the closer you are and the more digging you do as an agent up front, the faster things can turn around. We have a really good example in our underwriting team. We had one client that was on antidepressant medication, and she admitted it, and the agent had written in the comments why she was on it. I think she had she lost her dad recently, and she went through a divorce, and it was like a temporary thing, and so she was prescribed this antidepressant medication, and she had refilled it a few times and such, and it was all listed right out there. She was approved the same day, like within 24 hours of the application, she got approved in the same day. That exact same case, if that medication is not listed on that she had, had that in the last 5 years or whatever, that same case took 22 days to go through underwriting, because we had to, number one, get a telephone interview, because we have to find out what was this for, right? The agent didn't tell us any information. They didn't put that medication on the application. So we have to wait for a telephone interview. That has to get reviewed by underwriting. And then we're going to want an APS, because depression medication can be for a whole variety of serious things. So we want to know why the doctor prescribed it, right? We're not just going to take the client's word for that. So by the time everything comes back to us, we're at 22 days, all for the exact same thing that could have been approved in the same day. If you dig in deep enough as an agent, and and I guess the point is just make sure that your clients understand, no matter what you had in your past, we're going to find it. We're really good at that. We're like the best detectives in the world when it comes to that. Because if you sign a HIPAA form, all your medical information is available to us. So, they're going to find it. We're going to find every time that you went to the doctor, every time they prescribed you something, every time you made any kind of medical claim, so even at like a little walk-in clinic, that kind of thing, all these things, like they all are available out there for us. So the more honest you are, and it really just kind of boils down to, do we want to do business with your client? Like, if they're not honest about their medical history, what else are they not honest about? And we're talking about putting forth a lot of face amount money if something happens, right? So yeah, that's exam free. So yes, we are into the 18 to 60. We're going to really start kind of promoting that the first part of the year. Our goal is to get to about 40% on that by this time next year, that about 40% of your cases will be instantly approved.
Wow.
But as we're working on that instant approval thing, we're also working on the straight through processing. So even if it's not instantly approved, it's approved in, let's say, 1 or 2 days. But once it's approved, the processing on the back end is going to be almost instantaneous. So yeah, so you're talking about like writing a policy on Monday and having it enforced on Wednesday, even if it's not instantly approved.
These are big boy policies. This is
Right.
this is awesome. So guys, the lines you want to say that Larry's coaching you on is, when you talk to your clients, say Betty, they're going to find out. So it's better to just tell me now than for them to find out and then they don't want to approve you. So what are you taking a prescription? What have you taken in the last 5 years, and what have you also been prescribed but chosen not to take?
Right.
Like, some clients they'll get prescribed, it'll be at CVS, but then they won't get it, or they'll fulfill it. But then no one knows that you didn't take it. You just go, well, I got it. It's sitting in the shelf, but I never took any of them. Well,
Right.
I don't, but you were prescribed it from a doctor for a reason. So this is Larry saying, disclose it all. Our job is disclose. When in doubt, disclose, right? Put it in there. Better to over communicate than under, because, there's a good chance that after 22 days, F&G goes, listen, there's too many things. we heard her coughing a lot on the phone too. And then her husband was asking her for, you put down non-smoker, and he's in the background yelling, "Do you want a pack of Marlboro Lights?" And I'm headed to the store. And like all of a sudden the person it's on a recorded, there's all kinds of things that happen. So just disclose it. And then you don't have to worry. So.
Yep. That's great. That's it. That's great. Great advice. Yeah, exactly. And it just makes your life a lot easier because you're not chasing down things constantly. You actually have more time to sell, and move on to the next case for sure. But yeah, we're constantly improving on the processing side. And, I think the biggest point is that like, this is a product that if it's for a juvenile, they're going to have for 80 years of their life. If it's for someone like even in their 30s, they're going to have this product for 60 years, right? And when you look at the difference in performance between the pass setter and other carriers, you ask your customer, "Hey, do you mind waiting a week or so, or whatever to get approved or get it enforced?" And I understand you as a sales agent want to get that commission. You want to get it. You want to keep churning that business. But you can do that on term, and you can do that on final expense. But I think this is one of those things that's worth the wait for sure. It's like finding the car of your dreams. You got to wait for a week or two for it to come in from another dealership. You're not going to just settle for what's on the lot. You're going to wait for that car. You got the right color interior, all the features that you want, and you got a good price on it, right? So that's the pass setter. It's the right color. It's the right interior. It's a great price. And man, can it perform? It can blow the doors off all the other cars on the lot. So it's totally worth the wait to me. And the more, I would say, the more familiar you get with F&G and our policies and procedures and things like that, the easier it is for you. And this is our sales site. So we give you so much information on this. It's overwhelming. But if you go to this site, success.fglife.com/life-agent, you're going to find all of the information on the pass setter. You're going to find a whole bunch of video scenarios on how to build illustrations for different types of sales concepts and things like that. And then the most important thing is just reach out to us. We're here all the time, and we're very happy to help with any kind of questions you guys have.
Awesome.
And I think we're over time, so I don't want to.
No, you're great, Larry. That was fantastic, guys. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Larry. Amy? We drop your email or Larry's or both into the chat so that people can reach out to you guys. But this is what you want, everybody. You want a partner that wants to evolve. You don't want someone that's stuck in the mud and stuck in the past and going, "This is the way we do it, and this is the way it is." And good luck, right? You want someone that sees what's happening in the industry, faster underwriting, faster exam processing, all these things, getting the client covered, you paid, and on to the next client. And that's what F&G is here to do, to partner with us. And so excited to have you on, buddy. And Amy, thank you for all your back end support. Final thoughts, Larry? Any final thoughts?
Oh yeah, we're gonna get StreamYard working for next time, so we won't be. It won't be another 6 months before we do another one of these. So like in a couple months, we're gonna work on our StreamYard game. And but other than that, yeah, no, just go to National Convention. Please get your tickets for that. I'll see you there. Amy's gonna be there. I'll be there. We'll have our booth. You can come up and please come up and introduce yourself. Say you're on Grady's team, that you saw us on this call or whatever, and we'll be happy to chat with you guys. And we're gonna have popcorn there, so you can't beat that.
You guys always have good swag, man. Appreciate it. So awesome, Larry. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amy. Guys, drop a TYLM in the chat below. Thank you, Larry Mallek. All right, and everybody, guys, it's November, and you've got yourself in a position to go close out and crush this last part of the year. December is the best month to sell life insurance. And for all of us here in the industry, for all of you that are getting started, go make it happen. So appreciate you, Larry. Appreciate you, Amy. Thank you, everybody. Have a great close out to your week, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.